Welcome friends. Let us have a discussion over inorganic chemistry, and now we are starting with fifth A group elements. Fifth A group elements. Then the first question is, what is A group? Yes, generally in periodic table we are having two varieties of groups. One is A group and second one is B group. A group is that one in which the valency electrons are present just in s orbitals as well as s and p orbitals combination. Such kind of elements, such kind of groups are said to be the A group elements. So therefore A group is that one in which valence electrons are present either in s orbital or in s and p orbitals combination. And then what is meant by fifth A? Our next question. Fifth A is that one total 5 electrons are there. Those 5 electrons are expected just to be present in s orbital as well as p orbitals combination is said to be fifth A. Fifth stands for number of valence electrons. A stands for total number of electrons are present just in s and p orbitals combination. And what are the other names present for the fifth A group elements? Yes, the fifth A group elements, the first element is nitrogen, hence the other name is nitrogen family. And the other one element which is also prominent similar to that of nitrogen is phosphorus, hence it is also known as nitrogen and the phosphorus family. Similarly, on behalf of number of valence electrons, it is known as fifth A group. It is also known as 15th A group also, because the total number of groups, if I count from one end to other end, it is having a position of 15, that is 10 plus 5, this is said to be 15th group. And here generally the compounds of nitrogen and phosphorus are having suffocating smell, hence these are also known as nicogens. The other name for this one is nicogen. Nicogens is the other name present for the fifth A group elements. And what are those elements? Our next question remains. Those elements are nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, followed by bismuth. This is Sb and this is Bi. These are the 5 elements present in the fifth A group elements. And where they are present in the periodic table is our next question. Generally, graphically, if I represent periodic table is present in such a way that mostly symmetry is maintained. At one end, S black elements are there, other end P black elements are there, in the mid D black elements are there. These are P black elements, these are D black elements, whereas at the other end we are having P black elements. Whereas within this P black element, this nitrogen family resides, because S and P black's combination is present over here. See here, these are the set of elements which are having the electronic configuration NS2 as well as NP3. The general electronic configuration present for these elements is NS2 and NP3. So therefore, what is A group, what is fifth A group, what are the other names, what are the elements, and what is the general electronic configuration of fifth A group elements is like this. The general electronic configuration is NS2 followed by NP3. The meaning is, out of 5 electrons, the 2 electrons are present in s orbital and another 3 electrons are present in p orbitals in such a way that each one orbital is having 1 electron in each. This is px orbital, and if you consider this is py orbital, and the other one is pz orbital. Px is having 1 electron, py is having 1 electron, pz is also associated with 1 electron to maintain maximum multiplicity of the Hund's rule. Thus these elements are said to be fifth A group elements. Yes, let us go for the list of elements and the atomic number and the general electronic configuration and the exact electronic configuration of the atoms of the elements. See, here nitrogen indicated by N, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, which is indicated by Bi. These are the 5 elements present in the fifth A group. Whereas the atomic number, here nitrogen belongs to second period. Second period is consisting of total 8 elements. Its atomic number is 7, whereas the third period related fifth A group elements is phosphorus, having a gap in atomic number of 8, so therefore it will be 15. Similarly, phosphorus to arsenic, once again it maintains 18, so therefore this will be 18, and here also 18, because d orbitals comes into existence. And here along with D, f orbital will come, hence here the gap is 32. See here, if just s orbital is present, here it is a gap of 2. If s and p orbitals combination is present, it's a gap of 8, whereas sp and d orbitals combination is present, extra 10. This is 18. sp, d and f orbital is present, another 14. That will becomes equal to how much here? 32 elements gap is present. Thus, nitrogen to phosphorus, phosphorus to arsenic, arsenic to antimony, and antimony to bismuth. The elements and the corresponding atomic numbers and the difference in atomic numbers is like this. And if I look at this one, here 3s2, 3p3, it is also, whereas 4s2, 4p3 is consisting equivalent energy containing another one orbital, that is 3d10. As per the electronic configuration, that is Pauli's principle, n plus L value, similar energy levels consisting, similarity consisting of n plus L value is 3d10 also, and here 4d10 is present. Along with this, here we are having 5d10 followed by what? 4f14. These are the elements present. These are the electronic configurations of the outermost followed by near energy containing orbitals, whereas the total electronic configuration with respect to inert gas will be given by, this is helium followed by 2s2 and 2p3, this is neon followed by 3s2, 3p3, helium, neon, this is argon followed by 3d10, 4s2 and 4p3, helium, neon, argon, this is krypton, krypton followed by this one, and this is xenon followed by 4f14, 5d10, 6s2 and 6p3. These are the electronic configurations. If I look at the general electronic configuration, everywhere it is having of electronic configuration as ns2 followed by np3, whereas to maintain Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, here the first 2 electrons are present in s orbital as it is, whereas these 3 electrons are equally distributed in every one p orbital. One is present in px, one is present in py, and other is present in pz. That's what it will maintain its maximum multiplicity, and moreover it is more stable relative to the nearest other elements. Due to this reason, it shows some abnormality at the place of ionization potential or ionization energies. These are the elements. Why these are 5th A group elements? What is the meaning of the A group? And what are those elements? What are the other names? What are the electronic configuration? What are the individual elements? And what is its corresponding atomic number and the electronic configuration? And how they will be differed from the next element with respect to the weight? These are all things with respect to the atomic number. These are all things are discussed over here. Now let us go for the occurrence and abundance of the 5th A group elements. First of all, we will go for abundance. Yes, go for nitrogen. Nitrogen is most abundant element in the atmosphere. It is almost all occupies 78% of the atmosphere. Though it is present in atmosphere with the major quantity with a percentage of 78, but it is less in abundant in earth crust. The basic reason for the lesser abundance of nitrogen is present in nitrogen versus nitrogen, triple bond is present in dinitrogen. Due to this reason, the breaking of the bond requires lot of amount of energy which is not available under normal conditions, hence it is inert. Due to its inertness, it is not widely spread in the earth crust related all other chemical combinations. It is the 33rd most abundant element in the earth crust. Let us go for the phosphorus, the next important element. Phosphorus is very reactive. Due to having of its reactivity, it is widely spread in the earth crust in the form of many of its phosphorus compounds, whereas it is the 11th most abundant element in the earth crust. And if I go for the other elements are very less in abundance compared to the first and second elements. The order related to the abundance is phosphorus 11th most abundant element, then nitrogen 33rd most abundant element, and remaining arsenic, antimony, bismuth maintains its regular order. Let us go for its corresponding occurrence. How much percentage we know, then in which way it is going to be available. Let us focus our attention towards the nitrogen. Nitrogen is available in the earth crust in the form of its nitrate. Nitrate is NO3 minus 1. The important nitrates are saltpeters, that is potassium nitrate as well as sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate is said to be Chile saltpeter, which is available at the country of Chile, whereas this potassium nitrate is said to be Indian saltpeter. Sometimes we can say it as Bengal saltpeter and we can say it as Indian saltpeter also. And phosphorus is majorly available in earth crust as its phosphates. Phosphate is PO4 3 minus. The important phosphates are phosphorite, that is calcium phosphate, Ca3PO4 twice, chloropatite and hydroxyapatites. Whereas here the ratio of the calcium phosphate and the corresponding calcium fluoride, calcium chloride and calcium hydroxide is present in 3:1 ratio. If I go for the remaining other elements, that is arsenic, antimony, bismuth, these of all are present as traces elements and they are present in the form of their corresponding sulfides. That is, arsenic is present in the form of arsenic sulfide, which is known as orpiment, whereas antimony sulfide is said to be stibnite and bismuth sulfide is said to be bismuthinite, Bi2S3, and along with bismuth sulfide, bismuth oxide is also there. That bismuth oxide is said to be bismite. This is the abundance and occurrence related to the 5th A group elements. Yes, now let us go for the physical properties related to the 5th A group elements. Under the physical properties, we will discuss the physical state, atomic and ionic radii, next melting and boiling points, density, metallic character, oxidation states, nature of bonding, maximum covalency, catenation, along with catenation, allotropy, atomicity, thermal as well as the electrical conductance. These things are discussed under physical properties of the 5th A group elements. The first one is physical state, that is by looking how it will appear is discussion about the physical state. Under room temperature conditions, nitrogen is existing in the form of gas. Yes, nitrogen is gas, whereas remaining all other elements. What are the remaining all other elements? That is phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and the bismuth. These of all are solids. Moreover, here phosphorus is soft solid, that is said to be what? Waxy solid. Phosphorus is and waxy solid. Remaining all other are good solids. Thus, physical state, if you observe from top to bottom, the physical solidity goes on increasing. Nitrogen is a gas, phosphorus is solid, but that is a soft solid, that is waxy solid, and remaining all other elements present in 5th A group are good solids. The next one is atomic and ionic radii. Whereas the elements nitrogen to bismuth, the outermost electronic configuration changes from 2s to 2p3 to 6s to 6p3. The outermost orbits number goes on increasing. Here it is having 2 orbits. Here it is having 6 orbits. So therefore, from top to bottom, atomic radii goes on increasing. But whereas if you look at this nitrogen, compare it to nitrogen, phosphorus, compare it to phosphorus, arsenic, compare it to arsenic, antimony, and compare it to antimony, bismuth is maintaining higher atomic radii and higher covalent radii. Moreover, here that growth is very high because in case of this phosphorus, the 3s electrons are there, and in case of nitrogen, 2s electrons are there, 2p electrons are there. These electrons are acting as good shielders of the nuclear attraction. As a result, the increment in case of nitrogen and phosphorus gap will be very high compared to the remaining all other elements. And if you compare the atomic radii as well as covalent radii of the carbon family, nitrogen family as well as oxygen family, carbon to nitrogen, number of valence electrons increases, number of valence electrons remains same, but nuclear charges goes on increasing. So therefore, compare it to carbon family, nitrogen family is having lesser atomic radii and the lesser ionic radii. The same trend is maintained in case of oxygen family also. This is carbon family is very high in atomic radii. Compare it to nitrogen family and compare it to this oxygen family. Such kind of trend is maintained for comparison purpose of atomic radii as well as ionic radii of the 5th A group elements. Yes, melting and boiling points. Melting points related to the 5th A group elements, if we observe, compared to nitrogen, phosphorus is having high. Compared to phosphorus, arsenic is having higher melting point. But then after there is a fall in the melting points. Compared to arsenic, antimony is having little. Compared to antimony, bismuth is having little value. Whereas if we go for the boiling points, it increases from nitrogen to antimony. Then after it decreases slightly with respect to the bismuth. This is a trend related to the melting and boiling points of the 5th A group elements. Whereas if we compare the melting and boiling points of this 5th A group elements with respect to 4th A group elements, 4th A group elements are having 4 electrons in the valency shell. Due to having of 4 electrons, it can form 4 bonds, and those bonds are continuous bonds. That is, it involves in catenation. But whereas that catenation ability is little for the nitrogen family, it doesn't form any kind of giant molecules, and it will form discrete molecules. Due to this reason, what happens is, generally 4th A group compounds and 4th A group elements are having higher melting points and the higher boiling points than the 5th A group elements. Density is given by D. Density is equal to mass upon value. This density in case of 5th A group elements gradually increases down the group. That is, compared to nitrogen, phosphorus is having higher than arsenic, than antimony. Similarly, last one is bismuth is having higher density. If you look at the graph, density is gradually increasing. This is nitrogen, this is phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and this last element is bismuth is the element. So therefore, density increases gradually from top to bottom. Bismuth is metal. Nitrogen is a gas under room temperature conditions. Gas is having lesser density, and metals generally are having higher density. So therefore, the densities goes on increasing from top to bottom of the 5th A group elements. Ionization energy. The energy required to remove the electron from the gaseous atom to form the univalent gaseous cation is said to be the ionization energy. The observed amount of energy is taken as reference. The more energy required implies what? More ionization potential, more ionization energy it is having. The less energy required, we can say that it is having lesser ionization energy. So therefore, from top to bottom, as we discussed, the orbital numbers increases. That is, orbit numbers are goes on increasing. Moreover, here Z effective decreases because the shielding effect of electrons also goes on increasing. Due to these reasons, removal of electron becomes easy from top to bottom. So therefore, compared to nitrogen, phosphorus is having little, still bismuth is having very little value. So therefore, ionization potential is decreasing from top to bottom in case of 5th A group elements. That is, nitrogen is having higher ionization potential, slowly decreases for every element, and the least ionization potential is present for bismuth. Yes, electronegativity. This is the ability of the atom to draw the sigma bond electron density towards itself whenever it is involved in chemical combination with the other element is known as its electronegativity. Whereas this electronegativity tendency decreases from top to bottom, but generally what happens is, nitrogen to phosphorus there is a decrement, phosphorus to arsenic there is a decrement, arsenic to antimony there is a little decrement, and antimony and bismuth are having the same value of electronegativity. Thus, in general, what we can say is the electronegativity is decreasing from top to bottom of the periodic table, though the last elements are maintaining almost all equal values of electronegativity. Metallic character. Metallic character is the ability to lose the electrons and to form the corresponding cations, whereas the 5th A group elements shows all varieties of characters from one end to the other end. Nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals, whereas bismuth is exclusively metal, whereas arsenic and antimony are having similar properties of both metals as well as non-metals. Hence, we can say these are semi-metals. Thus, nitrogen and phosphorus non-metals, arsenic, antimony semi-metals, and bismuth is an example for metal. Oxidation states. The important varieties of oxidation states, those are shown by the 5th A group elements, are both positive as well as the negative. Whereas in that negative, -3 is the state, and in the positive oxidation state, the important varieties of oxidation states are +3 as well as +5. Whereas in -3 oxidation state is most prominent for the first element, the most electronegative element, that is nitrogen. Nitrogen exhibits -3 oxidation states whenever it combined with the electropositive elements like magnesium nitride, calcium nitride, etc. Even remaining elements also shows the -3 oxidation state. You can go for phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, even bismuth also, Mg3B2. Here also that bismuth contains -3 oxidation state. Whereas +3 oxidation state, this is one of the important positive oxidation state, and the stability of +3 oxidation state increases from nitrogen to bismuth, whereas the stability of +5 oxidation state decreases from nitrogen to bismuth because of inert pair effect. The only one particular compound in which bismuth maintains the +5 oxidation state is the chemical combination of bismuth with most electronegative element, that is fluorine, bismuth, pentafluoride. The first element of the 5th A group elements, that is nitrogen. Nitrogen is having more electronegativity and it is smaller in size. It can form p-pi bonds. Due to this reason, it can show different varieties of oxidation states from -3 to +5. Whereas in ammonia, it is having oxidation state of -3, and in hydrazine, it is having oxidation state of -2. Hydroxylamine, this is -1. N2, that is 0. N2O, this is having +1. NO, nitric oxide, this is +2. Dinitrogen trioxide, it is +3. Nitrogen dioxide +4, and nitrogen pentoxide, it is having +5 is the oxidation state. Thus, all varieties of oxidation states can be shown by the first element of this group, that is nitrogen. Nature of bonding. The important possible oxidation states for the discussion are +3 as well as +5. As per the Fajon's rule is concerned, the +3 oxidation state and the +5 oxidation state, size of +5 is little. It is having more polarization power. More polarization power, if it is having, it can withdraws the electron density of the anion. So therefore, it is symbol for covalent bond formation. So therefore, +5 oxidation state is more covalent in nature than the corresponding +3 oxidation state of same chemical combination. Whereas if we go in detail related to the elements relevant oxidation states, nitrogen and phosphorus, these are smaller elements. Size of the element is small. Once again, we can apply the Fajon's rule over here. They can show two different oxidation states. One is +3 and another one prominent oxidation state is +5. In both these oxidation state, nitrogen and phosphorus just shows covalent character. And if I go for bismuth, bismuth generally shows +3 due to inert pair effect. One or two exceptions are there with respect to more electronegative element like fluorine. Bismuth shows BiF5, whereas in that case +5 state is there. In both +3 and +5, the bismuth compounds are ionic in nature, non-covalent in nature, whereas remaining semi-metals, that is arsenic and antimony, both in +3 and +5 they can show both varieties of compounds. Thus they may show the covalent compounds or they may show the ionic compounds. That depends on the size of the anion. And here in any of the oxidation state, right, either that may be +3 oxidation state or it may be the +5 oxidation state, for the same element from top to bottom, Otherwise, from the different elements from top to bottom of the same oxidation state, covalent character decreases. Suppose nitrogen plus 3, phosphorus plus 3, arsenic plus 3, antimony plus 3, bismuth plus 3. Which is more covalent in nature? Nitrogen is more covalent and bismuth is very less covalent in nature. Similarly, if I go for the plus 5 oxidation state, nitrogen to bismuth, nitrogen covalent nature is very high compared to bismuth. Thus, for a particular oxidation state, from top to bottom of different elements of this particular group, the covalent character decreases, nothing but what? Ionic character increases. Maximum covalency. The maximum number of covalent bonds formed by the atom of the element is taken as the maximum covalency. Under an extreme conditions, the many number of maximum covalent bonds that are formed by the atom of element are reference for the maximum covalency. Suppose if I go for the nitrogen, nitrogen is having electronic configuration of 2s2 2p3. So as being it is having 2s2 2p3, there is no d orbital in the second orbit, hence there is no electron promotion. All electrons are present in the second orbit only, so therefore it involves in chemical combination to form 3 sigma bonds followed by lone pair of electron. Whereas if any electrophile comes, electron seeking species comes nearer to that of 3 chemically bond-wise connected nitrogen, then it can donate its lone pair towards the electrophile, like ammonia to H plus ammonium ion, trialkyl ammonia followed by if any of the electrophile, that is tetraalkyl ammonium, such kind of species are formed over here. In this case, nitrogen is forming total 4 bonds, hence the maximum covalency of nitrogen is, generally it is showing 3, abnormal conditions maximum covalency is 4. Similarly, let us go for phosphorus. In case of phosphorus, the d orbital is empty because it is 3s2 3p3 followed by 3d0. It can promote one of its the combined electron, paired electron to the vacant d orbital, thus it is having total 5 unpaired electrons, 5 chemical combinations it can form, that is PF5, PCl5, these are other examples. Though if any electron exchange species comes, it readily accommodates another one chemical combination because it gets the more stabilized, sterically more stabilized system, that is octahedral system, thus it can combine with another one F minus to form PF6 minus. Similarly, it can form antimony also forms another one F minus with chemical combination, it can form SbF6 minus. Hence the coordination number of phosphorus is 6 and the coordination number of nitrogen is 4. Yes, catenation. The self combination of atom of elements is responsible for the catenation and it depends on the bond strength. If atom-atom combination is having higher bond energy, then it will combine with the same. As a result, many number of such combinations results. Thus, we can say it is having more catenation ability. Whereas the bond energy, if you look at carbon-carbon bond energy is higher than nitrogen-nitrogen, then phosphorus-phosphorus. Because here interelectronic repulsions are there in the nitrogen, whereas carbon-carbon smaller in size. Though interelectronic repulsions are not there, hence it is maintaining higher bond energy. Nitrogen is still smaller atom than carbon, but due to this interelectronic repulsions of lone pairs present on nitrogen and nitrogen, it makes the bond to present somewhat away from one another. So therefore bond strength is little, and phosphorus as being bigger atom, more distance is there, bond length is more, implies bond energy is little. Nitrogen related, the chemical combination of nitrogen with the others, the all possible ways, if we go for the all the things, nitrogen chemically combined with the another one nitrogen and dinitrogen is there. Similarly, hydrogen, 2 nitrogen atoms are combined. Azides are those compounds, that is, this is hydrozoic acid. If I remove this H as H plus, this is said to be N3 minus 1, that is azide ion. So therefore, these azides are those compounds in which 3 nitrogens are chemically combined one with other. Similarly, if we go for phosphorus, diphosphine, that is diphosphine P2H4, whereas two phosphorus atoms are combined, and in P4 four phosphorus atoms are forming a cyclic structure. Not only cyclic structures, many phosphorus atoms can combine and form a long chains, and that is open chain structures of phosphorus are also present. Thus what we can say is, in the 5th A group elements, in spite of these of all observations, we can say the catenation property is high for phosphorus compared to the nitrogen. Yes, the next one is allotropy and the different allotropes of 5th A group elements. Allotropes, existence of element in two or more forms of the same physical state is said to be allotropy. Whereas except bismuth, all the elements of 5th A group showing allotropy, whereas nitrogen in solid state is having two allotropic forms. One is said to be alpha form and second one is said to be beta form. If we go for phosphorus, the major important allotropes of phosphorus are white phosphorus, which is known as yellow phosphorus, followed by red phosphorus and the black phosphorus. Along with this, violet phosphorus and the scarlet phosphorus are also identified in the form of allotropes. If I go for white phosphorus is a discrete system of P4s are there. Only single P4 unit is present as a independent molecule. It is very reactive due to angular strain, and it shows chemical reactivity, and in dark also it glows, and that is said to be chemiluminescence. Whereas it is insoluble in water, but it is soluble in carbon disulfide. To store that one, to make it safe conditions, always white phosphorus is stored under water. If it comes out of the water, it readily combines with the atmospheric air. Whereas red phosphorus, this is polymeric form of white phosphorus. White phosphorus on heating at 573 kelvins, the P4 units, discrete system units, are connected one with other and forms lengthy chains, is said to be red phosphorus. It is insoluble in water as well as organic solvents. And another one is black phosphorus. Black phosphorus is thermodynamically the most stable form of phosphorus, and it is the standard physical state, and it is good conductor of electricity. In these phosphorus systems are connected layer over the layer, hence it is having layered structure. Due to having of layered structure, it is having special features like extra stability and thermal conductivity. And once again, that black phosphorus is having two varieties. One is alpha black and second one is beta black phosphorus. Alpha black is obtained when red phosphorus is heated to 803 kelvins in sealed atmosphere conditions. Alpha black phosphorus is obtained. Similarly, when white phosphorus is heated to 473 kelvins, beta black phosphorus is obtained. This is related to phosphorus. Let us go for arsenic and antimony. As we know, bismuth is not having any kind of allotropes. Arsenic antimony can be remembered in a easy version, that is B1Y. Both are common, followed by By followed by grey color, By followed by what? Explosive. B stands for black and Y stands for yellow followed by grey in color, whereas grey is metallic in nature, yellow is non-metallic in nature, and another one allotrope of arsenic is black in color. Similarly, on focusing the last varieties of allotrope, in case of antimony, antimony is having black and yellow followed by what? Explosive nature containing another one variety of allotrope is obtained for the antimony. Yes, atomicity and the conductance related information. Atomicity, nitrogen always exists as a diatomic molecule because nitrogen can form p-pi bonds. To strengthen the sigma bond, additional bonds are also formed, that is 2 pi bonds are formed between the two nitrogen atoms. Because it is of smaller in size, it can overlap and it can form. So as a result, the two nitrogen atoms can combine one with other with the triple bond. Hence it is inert in nature also. Phosphorus doesn't form p-pi bonds because orbital size increases. Due to incremented orbital size, it is not having ability to form the p-pi bonds, but phosphorus can readily combine with the other phosphorus atoms. Even more number of phosphorus atoms can be combined. Thus, P4 units are present. White phosphorus, which is also known as yellow phosphorus, in which discrete P4 unit is present. Whereas polymerization occurs, P4 units are combined with one another n times, and that is said to be what? Red phosphorus. Similar to white phosphorus, arsenic and antimony are also present. And whereas if you go for the conductance, in solid state, nitrogen is also acting as poor conductor of electricity. So nitrogen and phosphorus, poor conductors. Arsenic and antimony are acting as semiconductors, and bismuth is acting as good conductor of electricity. Let us go for the discussion of the first element of the 50A group elements, that is nitrogen. In this we will discuss the structure of nitrogen, occurrence of nitrogen, preparation, physical properties and chemical properties, followed by uses of dinitrogen. Let us go for the structure. Nitrogen, it is combination of two nitrogen atoms, chemical combination, whereas nitrogen and nitrogen are connected by one sigma bond followed by two pi bonds, and each nitrogen atom is having a lone pair of electrons. Whereas if you look at the hybridization, one sigma and one lone pair are present, so therefore 1 plus 1 2 implies the hybridization of nitrogen is sp hybridization. It is having triple bond, whereas to break the triple bond lot of energy is required, hence it is said to be what? Inert gas, and it is also known as dinitrogen. It is a gas under room temperature conditions. In our atmosphere also, most of the percentage of the atmospheric gases is due to of its nitrogen. It is almost all 78% of atmospheric gases are filled with the inert gas, that is dinitrogen. Yes, occurrence of nitrogen. Nitrogen is available in the form of two varieties of states. One is free state, that is N2, whereas in the combined state also nitrogen is available. Whereas if you go for the free state nitrogen is possible in atmosphere, atmospheric air consisting of 78% of nitrogen. Whereas it is also present in volcanic gases, volcanic eruption consisting of gaseous mixture, that gaseous mixture is also consisting of nitrogen. And even though on burning of coal also the free nitrogen will comes, and along with these free states it is also available in the nature in the form of its combined situation, whereas in animals and plants it is present in the form of proteins. Proteins are constructed by amino acids. Every amino acid is consisting of NH2 group, that is nitrogen is present. Similarly in the soil it is present in the form of nitrates as well as ammonium salts. The best nitrates are NO3 minus is the nitrate, Indian saltpeter, that is KNO3, chili saltpeter, that is NaNO3, and ammonium salts in the soil it is consisting of most of the ammonia in the form of ammonium. Corresponding salts are there. That ammonium salts consisting of ammonium ion is associated with what? Nitrogen. Thus nitrogen is present in nature in the form of its corresponding free state followed by what? Its combined state. Yes, the next part is preparation of dinitrogen. The first element of the 50A group elements, nitrogen. Nitrogen is present in diatomic state and it is a symmetric structure, linear structure. sp hybridization is present with one sigma bond followed by two pi bonds. This nitrogen preparation is done in laboratory and it is also done in industrial scale also. Whereas the oxidation state of nitrogen present in the dinitrogen molecule is zero oxidation state and it is a symmetrical structure. So in order to prepare this nitrogen, we need compounds of nitrogen which are maintaining some other oxidation states. Thus, nitrogen can be prepared from compounds of nitrogen. The number one, it can be prepared from the ammonium nitrate. Let us look at the structure of ammonium nitrite. Ammonium nitrite is NH4NO2. Ammonium followed by nitrite, NO2 minus. Whereas the nitrogen of ammonium is having minus the oxidation state and the nitrogen of nitrite is having plus the oxidation state. This on heating minus 3 plus 3 combines and it leads to the formation of what? N2 molecule, that it is undergoing decomposition and that decomposition is conproportionation followed by decomposition occurs and that leads to the formation of dinitrogen. This is method 1. And secondly, in laboratory also it can be prepared. How can it is prepared is, we have to prepare first the ammonium nitrite. In order to prepare the ammonium nitrite, we need ammonium salts followed by what? Nitrite salt. Ammonium salts and nitrite salt, when combined with one another, it leads to the formation of ammonium nitrite, a solid, and it is separated out. And that ammonium nitrite on heating conditions, all things can be done at once also. and it is converted to dinitrogen followed by what? Water. Once again it is a conproportionation reaction, that is -3 oxidation state of ammonium's nitrogen and the +3 oxidation state of nitrogen of the nitrite combines with one another, and that leads to the formation of nitrogen. This is method 2. And let us go for method 3. Method 3 is from the ammonium salts of dichromates, because dichromate consisting of chromium is having higher oxidation state, it want to undergo reduction. Similarly, ammonium's nitrogen is having -3 oxidation state, while that particular chromium undergoes reduction, it makes the nitrogen to undergo oxidation, thus it takes the nitrogen of -3 state to the 0 state. Thus ammonium dichromate, nitrogen of -3 state is converted to dinitrogen 0 oxidation state, and chromium of +7 oxidation state is converted to chromium +3 oxidation state, that is chromium trioxide. And the next one is from ammonia also we can prepare ammonia followed by copper oxide. On heating conditions, this copper oxide is acting as oxidizing agent because it is acting as source of oxygen. It undergoes reduction by converting its oxidation number from +2 to 0, and in this particular sequence copper +2 is converted to copper 0, ammonia is converted to dinitrogen. And the next one is here from the azides also we can prepare. This is the best method, whereas this method is not the best method because here it is having chromium impurities are there, and here this reaction is also very vigorous, so therefore controlling of reaction and the impurity content suppression becomes very difficult. The best method for the preparation of dinitrogen is heating of the azides. Sodium azide, barium azide, like azides on heating, they are converted to corresponding metals followed by dinitrogen. It is a redox reaction. And the next one is, and here it is the number wise, it is 5th one. And let us go for the 6th one, that is urea. Urea followed by HNO2, that is nitrous acid, chemically combines with one another. It is a non-redox reaction that leads to the formation of dinitrogen followed by what? Carbon dioxide. The last one, 7th method, fractional distillation of air. Air on liquefaction forms liquid air. Liquid air and fractional distillation, the lower boiling substance comes first, and the first coming lower boiling substance is liquid nitrogen. Thus, that is gaseous nitrogen. So therefore, this can be prepared from ammonium nitrate directly, or ammonium nitrate indirectly, followed by ammonium dichromate, and followed by ammonia, followed by barium azides, sodium azides, followed by urea, followed by fractional distillation of air. By these 6 and 7 methods, dinitrogen can be prepared. Yes, the next part is physical properties of nitrogen. Though we know nitrogen is a gas, related to its physical properties, let us have a discussion. It is not having color, it is colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas. If you go for density, as being it is gas, if I take the atmospheric gases as reference, before the atmospheric combination of gases, density of nitrogen is little, density is lower than atmospheric gases, whereas solubility, it is less soluble in water, almost all we can say it is insoluble in water. Solubility, that is insoluble in water, whereas melting point and boiling point, melting point is very low value of melting point is there, that is 63.2 Kelvin, whereas boiling point is 77.2 Kelvin. It is non-poisonous in nature. Yes, it is non-poisonous, it doesn't harm, but in the atmosphere of nitrogen, no human, no animal will live, because here insufficient of oxygen makes the animals to die, though it is non-poisonous in nature. And isotopes, there are two isotopes for nitrogen. One is nitrogen 7 of 14 is there, another one is nitrogen 7 of 15 is there. These are the two isotopes, whereas nitrogen 7 of 15 is also used as the isotopic tracer, and it is not used as a fire extinguisher because it is having lower density, so it never occupies the position. It always want to go top of the atmosphere, hence it is not used as fire extinguisher, and it is not supports the combustion, and it does not allows the combustion and does not support the combustion. In the atmosphere of nitrogen nothing burns, and at the same time it does not allows anything to burn in the atmosphere of nitrogen. Thus these are all the physical properties of dinitrogen gas. Thus, dinitrogen neither combustible gas nor it supports the combustion. So, in the atmosphere of nitrogen, nothing burns, and at the same time, it doesn't burn on its own, neither combustible nor it supports the combustion of the substances in its presence. Yes, chemical properties of dinitrogen. Before going to the chemical properties, its reactivity. Nitrogen is having triple bond in between them. Nitrogen is less reactive. Nitrogen is said to be inert because nitrogen is small in size. It is having ability to form the p-pi bonding. Due to this p-pi bonding, in between nitrogen atoms, one sigma bond and the two pi bonds can present. Due to this having of more number of bonds between the nitrogens, to break the nitrogen it requires more amount of energy. Whereas nitrogen, after taking 946 kilojoules of energy, this triple bond is broken and it is converted as nitrogen atoms in the gaseous state, then only reactivity starts. So that's what we can say is nitrogen is inert gas. Thus in metallurgical operations where inert atmosphere is required, there we will be using nitrogen as a gas. Not only in metallurgical operations, in laboratory conditions also, nitrogen gas is taken as a gas of inertness. Though it is inert, it can chemically combines with minimum compounds and it forms corresponding new compounds also. Reaction with metals, reaction with non-metals and reaction with compounds and active nitrogen. These are all are some different reactive properties related to the nitrogen. The case number 1, reaction with metals. Yes, metals are more reactive because they can easily lose the electron. They are more stable in the positive oxidation state. And moreover, nitrogen is electronegative element. It readily takes up the electrons and converts to negative oxidation state. Thus, it readily combines with the metals, first A group metals, second A group metals, third and fourth A group metals. With increasing of temperature, with increasing of the vigorousness of the reactions, the chemical combination takes place. With first A, it is somewhat easy. At some moderate temperature, it takes place. Very high temperatures, whereas bright hot conditions are required, white heat conditions are required in case of the fourth A group elements. Thus, lithium combines with nitrogen and forms lithium nitride. Similarly, magnesium as well as the calcium of the second A group elements combines and forms magnesium nitride as well as the calcium nitride. Aluminium combines with the nitrogen and forms aluminium nitride. Similarly, silicon combines with the nitrogen and forms silicon nitride. Not only aluminium here, boron also combines and gives the corresponding boron nitride over here. Whereas the D black elements like manganese, ferrous are also combines with the nitrogen without any specific ratio, that is metal some X times, nitrogen some Y times, that is interstitial nitrogen containing compounds are formed. And whereas if you go for the properties, these are two, first and the second are having generally ionic in character. They are very stable, strengthened ionic bond is present, having brittle in nature and associated with high melting and the boiling points. Whereas as group number increases, the covalent character increases. These are covalent in nature. Fourth A group elements are extremely covalent in nature. Whereas D black related nitrogen compounds are interstitial compounds. Due to having of interstitial nature, their physical properties increases, their metallic strength increases, and here the interstitial nitrogen containing compounds are used for the high strength required materials. Like materials, these are generally used. Whereas reaction with non-metals, as we know, hydrogen is example for non-metal, oxygen is example for non-metal. Nitrogen combines with the hydrogen and that leads to the formation of ammonia under suitable conditions of temperature, though that reaction is reversible reaction. That process is known as what? Haber process. Whereas ferrous is catalyst, molybdenum is the promoter, high temperature and pressure conditions are applied. Thus, some amount of ammonia formation takes place. And next one is nitrogen also combines with oxygen and forms different oxides like nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide. But this is not that much easy. And here the temperature conditions required are very high. Generally in the atmosphere this reaction takes place under lightning conditions. And the next one is reaction with compounds also. This is second one, reaction with non-metals. And the third one is reaction with compounds. Yes. Under vigorous reaction conditions like high temperature and all other provided delta G negative conditions, with compounds also nitrogen combine. Suppose calcium carbide which is stable compound. That calcium carbide combines with the nitrogen and forms calcium CaCN2, that is said to be calcium cyanamide followed by carbon, that is carbon formation takes place, and this particular mixture is said to be what? Nitroleum. Nitroleum is used in fertilizers. Whereas this calcium cyanamide, the structure of calcium cyanamide is present like this: carbon connected with nitrogens both the sides with uninegative charge, overall di-negative charge. This is counterbalanced by one calcium, that is CaCN2, that is said to be calcium cyanamide. Even it is readily combines with alumina under charcoal conditions, that leads to the formation of what? Aluminium nitride followed by carbon monoxide. When carbon monoxide formation occurs, this is a gas, entropy of the system increases, and that makes the reaction to move in the forward direction, acting as driving force, and this is used for the extraction of alumina, a Surfex process. In Surfex process, the alumina oxide is allowed to combine with the nitrogen, that leads to the formation of what? Aluminium nitrides. The last part is, that is active nitrogen. Nitrogen whichever is available is normal nitrogen, whereas this nitrogen under low pressure conditions, if I apply high voltage, as a result luminescence takes place, the electrical energy is consumed by the nitrogen, and nitrogen glows, and that remains for a little amount of time, and that nitrogen is having higher activity, and that nitrogen is known as active nitrogen. Whereas that active nitrogen readily combines with metals, whichever normal nitrogen reacts. In the same way, it also reacts with some other non-reacting metals also, and leads to the formation of nitrides. Even it readily combines with the organic compound, suppose acetylene, and reaction with the active nitrogen, that leads to the formation of cyanogen. Two cyanides are connected with one another. Cyanogen followed by what? Hydrogen formation takes place. Yes, the next part is the uses of dinitrogen. Dinitrogen is generally used to provide the inert atmosphere for the metallurgical operations and the laboratory operations, and in order to provide the low temperature related conditions, that is cryosurgery conditions, which are going to be possible at some low temperature, there we will use liquid nitrogen. And for the preservation of biological materials, biological species are preserved for a long time in liquid nitrogen. And gas thermometers for filling of electrical bulbs, we will take the help of gas thermometers are filled with nitrogen. And moreover, it is used to prepare compounds related to the nitrogen like ammonia, nitric acid, calcium cyanamide, nitroleum, aluminium nitride, like compounds can be prepared from the nitrogen. And another one important conclusion, an important thing to remember related to nitrogen is, nitrogen can show different varieties of oxidation states. Out of different varieties of oxidation state, the least one is -3 and the highest one is +5. Whereas the +1 to +4 oxidation states containing nitrogen undergoes disproportionation in acidic medium. That whatever +1, +2, +3, +4 are there, these undergoes disproportionation, that is undergoes to higher oxidation state, that is +5, and lower oxidation state to very lower oxidation state compared to +1, lower, that is 0 oxidation state, minus oxidation states, -1, -2, -3 oxidation state like ammonia. Such kind of compound formation takes place, that is possible in acidic medium, and thus enhancement in oxidation number and decrement in oxidation number is known as what? Disproportionation reaction. Yes, phosphorus. Here in this case, we will discuss introduction related to the phosphorus, followed by extraction, allotropes, chemical properties, and the uses of the phosphorus. Introduction. It is the most abundant element of the 5th A group elements, and it is the 11th most abundant element in the earth crust. And moreover, it is present as phosphate, that we made the discussion, calcium phosphate, and it is also present as chloropatite, and the hydroxyapatites. And the phosphate is PO4 3-. It is also present in human body in linking of amino acids to one with other, in linking of the adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, uracils one with other as phosphate linkers. That is DNA consisting of phosphorus, RNA, bones, teeth, blood, nerves, everywhere phosphorus is present in the human system. Whereas extraction, As we said, it is present in the form of calcium phosphate in the earth crust. By taking that calcium phosphate and allowing that one to react with silica, SiO2, followed by charcoal, here redox reaction takes place. This calcium phosphate is converted to calcium silicate, and the phosphorus is converted to phosphate of phosphorus is converted to just phosphorus, and the carbon combines with the oxygen and forms the carbon monoxide. This carbon monoxide enhances the entropy, that is acting as a driving force. And moreover, this is a redox reaction. Here plus 5 oxidation state is converted to 0 oxidation state, that is a reduction, and carbon of 0 oxidation state is converted to plus 2 oxidation state, and that is of what? Oxidation. Overall the reaction is redox reaction. Thus calcium phosphate on reaction with silicon dioxide followed by charcoal is converted to calcium silicate followed by phosphorus followed by what? Carbon monoxide. In this way phosphorus can be prepared. The important allotropic forms of phosphorus are white phosphorus, red phosphorus as well as black phosphorus. White phosphorus is most important. It is very reactive and it turns yellow in color under exposure to the light conditions. So therefore it is also known as yellow phosphorus. It readily reacts with the oxygen. That's what it is stored under water, because it is insoluble in water but it is soluble under organic solvents. Whereas it comes out of the water, it readily combines with the atmospheric gases, and in night times also it readily combines with any of the things, and it is responsible for the chemiluminescence. Under the phosphorus conditions, whoever are working, they will get the problems of the jaw, and hence it is said to be what? Phossy jaw, and it is single discrete entities of phosphorus units are present. Whereas let us go for the red phosphorus. This is polymeric form of the white phosphorus. It is obtained from the white phosphorus and heating at 573 Kelvin. It is converted to red phosphorus. It is non-poisonous. It is insoluble in water as well as organic solvents also. It is used in match industry as well as smoke bombs. Whereas black phosphorus is having two forms. One is alpha black and second one is beta black. Whereas it is a layered polymer, it is most stable and inactive form. Hence it is taken as the thermodynamical state of the phosphorus, and it is polymeric layered structure, good conductor of electricity, and it is having metallic luster. Yes, phosphorus, chemical properties of phosphorus. Phosphorus on combination with oxygen, with limited supply of oxygen, it is converted to phosphorus trioxide P2O3, which is present in the form of P4O6. With excess amount of oxygen, it is converted to P4O10. Similarly, on reaction with chlorine, limited amount of chlorine, it forms phosphorus trichloride. With excess amount of chlorine, it forms phosphorus pentachloride. With magnesium, it forms, that is Mg3P2. With sulfur, forms different varieties of chemical combinations, that is P2S3, P2S5, P4S3, P4S7. Thus the corresponding structures are like this. And on reaction with base, sodium hydroxide, it is very important that it is converted to sodium dihydrogen phosphide followed by phosphine. That is plus 1 oxidation state, and next one is minus 3 oxidation state. This is an example for disproportionation reaction. And on reaction with the acids like HNO3, sulfuric acid, and the copper sulfate, where copper is present in plus 2 oxidation state, it undergoes oxidation. Hence these are further examples for the reduction examples. In every case, phosphorus of 0 oxidation state is converted to plus 5 oxidation state, that it is phosphoric acid H3PO4. Here also phosphoric acid followed by sulfur dioxide, that it is plus 5 oxidation state, and it is of plus 4 oxidation state, that it is example for reduction. Here also example for reduction. Here also example for reduction. Here it is converted to phosphoric acid followed by phosphorus acid also. Red phosphorus does not give the reactions with alkali to form the corresponding phosphine. This is the reaction shown by white phosphorus. From the chemical properties, it is observed that intermediate oxidation states of phosphorus containing compounds either in acidic medium or in basic medium undergoes disproportionation. As a result, it is converted to -3 oxidation state, lowest oxidation number, by decreasing oxidation number to -3, and +5 oxidation state by increasing oxidation number to +5 oxidation state, it will be converted.